Listen, I don't even know if y'all seen this situation in Cincinnati with the whole fight and stuff, but they did these two people wrong, and I think everybody that was involved, men and women that was involved in doing this to those people, should face attempted M. And me personally, I feel like we should just give them 50 years and call it a day. I'm sorry, but this is what you call a hate crime, and I feel like that the police should go above and beyond to set an example. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong about that, but that's how I feel.
Cincinnati is in the news right now, and it's not for something good. You know, they had their music festival over the weekend, and on the 25th, there was a big brawl that took place outside of this festival. The problem is you had a group of black people getting into a situation or altercation with some white folks, and all hell broke loose. Next thing you know, a W woman was knocked out on the ground, snoring sleep. Two W men was getting stomped out, and the media picked up on this and went crazy. Even the vice president spoke on this situation. He even spoke on it, calling them hoodlums and all kinds of names. This is your vice president. What is the vice president speaking on something that's going on inside a state where he's supposed to be worried about the federal government, right? That's how you know this thing is getting real crazy. And the media was only playing one part of the video. They wasn't playing the whole video. So now it went viral, right? And this is what the news is reporting.
5 people are now facing charges, and really that may just be the beginning. This all coming after the brawl on 4th Street downtown that happened early Saturday morning.
Cincinnati Police Chief Teresa Thigi has a lot to say about what happened and the people who were there. We have team coverage tonight, beginning with Paige Barnes, who is live at police headquarters in the West End. Paige.
Guys, there was only one person who called 911, but police made it to the scene in 6 minutes. But by then, the only people left were the victims.
Cincinnati Police Chief Teresa Thigi hints there is more to the fight.
Scene does not depict the entire incident. That is one version of what occurred.
Thigi wouldn't share. Criminal defense attorney Jay Clark says it's crucial.
That was a pretty significant blow that knocked her down. And I would think if you were inclined to defend yourself against something like that, you'd be able to use that much force, if not more, to defend yourself. But that's also the point of knowing what happened in the beginning. You look at it also, there were a lot of people who were trying to get people to stop. There's probably, I counted, I think 3 or 4 trying to back people off.
Who put their hands on another individual during this incident in an attempt to cause harm will face consequences. I don't care which side of the incident or the fight they were on.
Thigi says the street crime task force was out until 2 a.m. and the fight broke out at 3. Live outside police headquarters, Paige Barnes, Local 12 News.
Now, the police have arrested 5 black people in connection with this incident, right? And all hell's breaking loose on social media. But one thing that's not surprising me is a lot of black people are outraged and upset that some black folks defended themselves against some W people. They are upset. Man, we are allowed to off each other and unalive each other. They can harm us and do whatever, but you better not ever defend yourself against that W man or that W woman. Black folks, there's some black folks out here that are outraged, and they want these black people to go to jail forever. I mean, they're talking like this.
A group of black people in Cincinnati just jumped a white man, stomping him, kicking him, obviously punching him. I mean, he got up and couldn't even keep his balance, wobbled and fell back down. His face was bleeding. This was specifically a group of black people jumping a white person. On top of that, there was a white woman who was there. She seemed to be trying to stop what was going on, to try to hold people back or whatever, and a black man sucker punches her, dead in the face, knocks her out cold. She's on her back, unconscious. Her eyes are open. Obviously, she's not moving, and there's blood running out the side of her mouth. It's likely the legacy media is not going to cover this, especially a lot of the mainstream media.
Now this man, you know, he's an apologist, because normally these black conservatives, they find absolutely no wrong in what W folks do. And I don't like to get into a person's vernacular or the way that they talk, but I'm gonna get into it on this one. Listen, I've been around 50 years. This dude, we already know who this dude played for, what team he's on. right? And you can tell by the way that he's talking, even when he's talking about W folks in regards to black folks, right? You hear how he's talking, and he's outraged, he's livid. He wants to enact revenge for them. That man could barely stand up. Oh my God, you should have seen the way he was pulverized and pummeled to the ground. Like, these people is crazy. But in the video, they're saying that there was another part of the video that wasn't shown. But a lot of these black men, some of these, because this ain't all black men, but some of these black men wasn't finished. I'm talking about Uncle Ruckus was on full display. They was angry. They was angry, man. They trying to get listen, check this out.
People been sending me the whole video of the execution beat down downtown at the music fest on the streets. A damn shame. White people, I'm going to just tell you right now, man. You better learn how to defend yourself. People got beat down. And I'm going to say it like this to those suckers jumping that old man. I don't care what he said. Y'all some suckers. Y'all some chumps. Beating down that old man like he was nothing. You had females jumping in. Then the white lady got straight blasted by a dude, punched her dead in her face. And guess what? No police anywhere.
Now let me say this. Let me get my teaching moment for a minute. You have a large percentage of black people that really dislike and hate other black people. Right? It don't matter what our history is in this country with the W man. I mean, the history is plain as day. They have a history of doing all kinds of things to us. But you got a lot of black people that will overlook that and hate you more, way more than they ever have a disdain for these people. Right? A lot. They rather be over there with them. They don't care if they 4th or 5th class citizens. As long as I could be up under Mr. Charlie and don't have to be around my own people. Oh, man, you see this guy talking the way that he was talking, right? Now, there's another video out where the video was showing that these men were walking around calling people the N-word and then struck a black man in the face. They saw that video. They don't care nothing about that. You black and you wrong for defending yourself against them good old W folk, right? But ironically, there's some W men that's seen the same video these black men saw, and they have a difference of opinion from these black men. Yes, there's some W men, good old American, red-blooded American W men. They're talking like this.
All right, you guys, people in the comments on my last video, they let me know right away. They said, hey, there is another video out there. If I can find it, I will link it to you. Someone sent me the video immediately. As I have indicated, you guys, there are a lot of censorship currently going on all over social media. So I was not able to see the start of that video. I've only ever seen what the media has been putting out there, point blank, period. And that's what I indicated in the last video. I already pulled that last video down because, as I stated in the last video, from what it looked like from that angle, because remember, you guys, it's all about angles, it's all about transparency. So what I ended up seeing in that video was these black people assaulting these white people. Granted, I guess there were some words used right at the beginning. I don't give words, you guys. If you let words bother you, and let's be real, you know what? You would not have survived OG COD lobby days. You would have ended up taking your own life. Let's be real. But words are instigating and starting a fight by smacking someone in the face that ended up taking place in that. Like, that's how the whole thing started. Truly, that's how the whole thing started. Because I guess they were bickering and bitching at each other on both sides of it, like beforehand, and as soon as that dude up in that is literally when it ended up popping off. And that is not what the media is showcasing.
Update on the Cincinnati Brawl, which Maga is so pissed off about, it's actually broken through to legacy media. I just saw it on NBC, but 5 suspects have been charged in connection. They're not saying who. We don't know which side of the fight they were on. Hopefully, it's the guy who actually started the entire fight by using racial slurs and slapping the guy, which you can see on video. You can see him chirping, which is when I'm guessing he was using the slurs. But what really popped it off was him slapping the guy. And then he got what was coming his way, Maga. You don't want to fight. Don't put hands on people. You don't get to complain. I swear what y'all are really pissed off about is black people defending themselves. How dare they? You thought Trump winning means that black people just have to accept whatever kind of treatment you want to give them. You can say whatever it is that you want to say, and they just have to take it. Nope, dude got exactly what was coming to him. Okay, granted, dude who hit the lady might have gone a little bit too far, but she jumped in, she was pushing people. Let that be a lesson. You don't want to get knocked out, don't get people. All right? So we'll see who these suspects actually are, but once we do know who has been charged, and if they were on the right side, we need to get that GoFundMe up ASAP to let Maga know we're not fucking around. Don't put your me, or it'll end up just like Cincy did.
Now, it's crazy how these W men can see this and have this opinion, but the black man, boy, this is bad. The brother, what? No, they ain't brothers. Cause you saw that first black dude. You saw he had his bottom shelf Becky with him, right? He had a bottom shelf Becky with him in the back, smiling while he talking like that, right? But let's look at what some of the comments are saying online, right? Freaking disgusting Neanderthals, pond scum animals. Woo, they in full form, right? Valerie again said, was that a black man who cold cocked that W female? Right? Now, why she had to put emphasis on the W, right? What the F, right? Then Tariq Nasheed got one of this, and he came online, and he put more context to the Cincinnati melee. Reports are saying that a group of what some people allege to be suspected white supremacists were walking around threatening to fight black guys. The crowd initially ignored them until one of the W men slapped a black man, right? And that's something Tariq Nasheed put out, right? And that was going on deaf ears. None of them was trying to hear that, right? Yeah, I mean, it was getting real ugly. It was getting real ugly real fast, right? So there was another sister. She came on there, right? She was upset seeing all these black men and some black women talking the manner in which they talk. And she came on and said, "Y'all some blame," and that's all I'm gonna say. Y'all about to piss me the blank off. I'm about to log off. These YT men walked up talking about how they were going to fight black guys for 30 minutes. Everybody ignored them. They decided to target Goonie. I guess he looked like a weak link, and it was broken up. Those same men y'all crying for then decided to start kicking people's cars again, being racial. So another fight breaks out, and it gets broken up. Then they decided to run after Goonie again in the streets and proceeded to jump him. Those women included. That's when all hell broke loose. They started it multiple times, and Blank tried to spare them. So shut the Blank up. Y'all feel bad for everybody, but y'all own. It's sick as and listen. There's a lot of truth to that. There's a lot of truth to that. Like our people, man. Our people hate each other, man, and it's bad, right? Then this other woman said a white couple was assaulted by a group of black teenagers at the Cincinnati Music Festival Saturday. Such incident reflects what's going on, challenges with violence in certain communities. Listen to this foolishness. What some attribute to cultural differences. It's unfortunate that these events occur. And you know what's funny? They use this talking about cultural differences as if these people don't enact violence. What? Man, y'all do all kinds of... Listen, let me tell you something. I live in Philadelphia. Outside of Philadelphia, throughout the whole state of Pennsylvania, the majority of it is W folk. What do you think they're doing? In Bethlehem, Johnstown, Beaver Falls, Altoona, right? York, PA. What do you think they're doing in these towns? Scranton, huh? What? What do you think that they're doing? It's funny how, but they just cover their stuff up. They always talk about the prison system. And they say, well, we only represent 13% of the population, but we represent the majority in prison. But do you know that we represent 51% of exonerated crimes as well? Black men being in jail for crimes they didn't commit. Those people are the ones that's in prison more than anybody. And this is the narrative that they put on us. But there was another W man that wasn't finished. He came online and he also said this.
Someone who was born and raised in Cincinnati, Ohio, I felt obligated to make this video. When I saw that downtown brawl video making the rounds on social media, I knew right away the story's being told all wrong. They're calling the bald guy a victim, acting like he was just minding his business when he got jumped. But let's get something straight. He started it. The full video shows him slapping and swinging at people. That's what set it all off. Not a random attack, not a mob. He escalated it. And then we have domestic terrorists like J.D. Vance and Hermit Dilling jumping in, trying to spout their law and order propaganda. Yeah, the guy got stomped, and that's brutal. But he's not innocent. He literally put his hands on people first. And I always find it interesting, these same kind of people like to say FAFO or play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Except when the perpetrator is white. Because according to the media and domestic terrorist opportunists like J.D. Vance and Hermit Dilling, you're allowed to go up and cause fights and start trouble, and you're the victim now, as long as you're white. I mean, Hermit Dilling herself made it about race. When there is absolutely nothing from the videos or anything we know that says it's about race. All they seen was white person getting jumped. It must mean race. Don't let these domestic terrorists hijack and twist this story to fit a narrative.
I'll say this right now with the president that we have and the vice president, you know, a lot of these people feel emboldened to do the things that they do. And the media is not going to be on your side, black folks. So you got to be careful when you outside. When you out there with your people and the things that you do, you have to be real careful and be selective with the places that you go. Thank God, like, don't nobody come bother me. Maybe, you know, I get it in. Don't nobody come and really bother me, right? I live my life. I don't be having these issues. But you can't be, like, you got to know when to just get up out of there and get away from these folks, man, unfortunately. And I know that we got rights and it shouldn't be that way, but look at the way the media handled this. Now they done locked up 5 people. And they want blood, and I hope that justice prevail because people got the there's eyewitnesses, there's phone video, there's also video from the light poles that they put the cameras up there where they can see what really happened, right? And if all this is true that they was going around kicking cars, trying to start fights with, because I seen some of the video where you had groups of black people trying to push them away and telling them to get away, and they wouldn't get away, right? And then they end up getting their heads knocked off, right? So, I mean, unfortunately, that's just the way it went down. But I don't know, man. Like, a lot of our people, man, I'm telling you, a lot of our people have a great disdain for other black people, man. Way more than this white man, this W man ever has. And it shows and it plays out, right? You didn't even have all the facts out yet. But these guys, they want their butter biscuits and they want to get a seat. Or they want to be able to sit Indian style on the floor, right, next to the conservative table. So they'll do anything. They'll do anything. And if you play your cards right, they'll even give you a bottom shelf Becky. They'll even give you a bottom shelf Becky that you can fantasize, that you can play with. And that's what a lot of these brothers are willing to do. They're willing to do anything for their bottom shelf Becky and to be able to sit Indian style on the floor next to the conservative table. And that's why they get on here and talk in the manner in which they talk. But I'm going to cut this video short here. If you made it this far in the video, hit that like button, subscribe to Street Media TV. Let me know what you guys think, man. If you made it this far in the video, hit that like button, all right? Remember, I love y'all. Till the next time. Peace.